And Sam, obviously the scheduling of this is his attempt to fatigue Democratic voters. It's like, okay, go ahead, go vote for a real contested election, which will be the Senate seat. And then, you know, we're hoping few of you will show up a couple of weeks later. We're hoping we have some polls that indicate, you know, Christie has a big lead, so why bother showing up?
Sure. I mean, there's going to be voter fatigue. I would say it may not be just self-interest, though I think that does play a role. He could be looking at down-ballot races within his own state, trying to flip the state houses, which are democratically controlled. At least pick up some seats there.
Sam,
yes.
That is self-interest.
Self-interest, true. Well, that's self-interest, but it's also the interest of the state Republicans. But yes, I get your point. The big irony here, of course, though, is the idea that the cost doesn't matter and shouldn't matter, because it wasn't too long ago, in fact, it was, I think, a month ago, where Chris Christie vetoed a bill to extend early voting for presidential elections, saying that it was prohibitively expensive for New Jersey's voters. He said $25 million was his estimate and shouldn't be taken up by the taxpayers. Well, that's what we have here by doing this special election. Also, there was a piece of legislation he signed that went under the radar, which allowed for school districts to hold their school board elections on November, as opposed to in the off months of the cycle. He signed that, saying it would save the taxpayer monies by basically consolidating all the elections in November. So clearly, in those two cases, cost was a factor. It's just beyond logic that now cost doesn't matter, nor should it.
Well, you know, and the Christie brand, of course, is tough talk, straight talk, honest talk. And I want to play again this line that we just played about him saying, "I don't know what the cost is." Let's just listen to this one more time.
I don't know what the cost is, and I quite frankly don't care.
And that is delivered. Joy, that's delivered in the classic, you know, Christie, I'm just telling, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just telling it to you straight. I don't know what it is. I don't care. And it is possibly the single most obvious lie the man has ever said into a microphone.
No, absolutely. He doesn't want to pay for infrastructure improvements in New Jersey because it costs too much. He doesn't want to do high-speed rail, cost too much. Doesn't want to pay teachers more, cost too much. Look, if Chris Christie were to start a fraternity, it would be me, because the guy is doing everything just in service of himself. His party's mad at him because he didn't give them any advantage going into the next election. But he's basically trying to run up the score on his own election. I can almost see the placards going out to households saying, hey, election's over. It's you don't worry about the next November. He's doing this just to run up the score because he thinks he can run for president. But guess what? The Republicans are mad at you too, dude. You didn't help yourself there.
There's another